Hey everyone, my name's Zach Rohr, and I'm HIV positive, and this is the 39th video of these things, going on 39 days. That's weird. It's weird. It's also weird, I will say this, maybe not weird's the right word, because I hate that word. I dislike that word. I would say it's interesting. It's unique in the sense of keeping track, because I guess in your brain, when things are very high profile, high stress, it still feels like at most it's been 3 weeks, 2 weeks that, all of this kind of happened. And it's like, wow, it really has almost been 40 days. So with that being said, it's day 39. It is September 2nd, 2015, and I have my medications. I seriously thought this was, it was a stressful scenario. Yesterday sucked because, one, how much I had to do. I technically have, just because of my health insurance, I technically had to go through 2 pharmacies because my health insurance considers these high-cost medications, which they are. They have their own specialty pharmacy, which mails them to me every month. And should I want or need, in a case of an emergency or a change of schedule because of weather or travel or something, should I need to pick them up at a Duane Reade or Walgreens, I have to get an override approval, which essentially allows me to pick it up down the street instead of having it dropped off. So I had to do that twice for both of the medications, and then on top of that, because of our deductible is so high, I had to pay a lot of the first medication outright, but the miracle in all of this was day 2, thanks to an amazing pharmacist at my local Duane Reade, literally saved the day. I did fill out that customer survey when I got home, and just because of a coupon I don't think is the right word. I guess they call it a copay coupon. Essentially, fill out this whole thing. You get a daily, yearly. You get a yearly budget for how much they're willing to pay, but it helps pay for your prescriptions. I didn't have to pay anything out of pocket for my second prescription, which was amazing. And so I guess the thing is, I don't necessarily know the names of these offhand. I'd have to go through the emails and everything. But I will say this, when you go to your pharmacist, especially in a Duane Reade or a CVS or whatever, talk about the copay cards that you can possibly sign up for. A lot of them are literally done. You can do them in 5 minutes. And that was the nice thing about my pharmacist here, is that he was like, as long as you have a smartphone, sign up for it. And I did. And then literally right there, we were able to take my numbers and punch it in, and it was taken care of. It can save you so much money. So seriously, look into that. I'll see if I can add some names into the links or whatever. And so that was kind of my day. Tomorrow I go in to talk to my doctor and my social worker. Just because I live alone, I told them I prefer to take the medication there at the office because, they with allergic reactions and things of that nature, I just don't know. So I said, look, I'd be more comfortable to just, do that there. And then, if everything goes to plan, nothing happens, I just go home. And I just start taking my medication. And past that, everyone's told me, all right, go back to living. That's literally, and I'm kind of having to accept that I've literally been in a different world for the past 39 days. So, case study, if we want to look at this, a random person could potentially take up to 39 days to get their medication from the day they find out that they're HIV positive. And I will say this, put an asterisk next to that, because it can vary. My doctor has told me that this is a very rare case that it moves this fast. In all reality, it probably should have taken, for most people, it might take another month to even sit down with a specialist. And then on top of that, another roughly 3 to 4 weeks from, actually, I would say another month to sit down with a specialist, and then with that specialist, if everything goes well on the first day and you get everything together, you're then taking a week to get your levels back, and then a week later, judging off your levels, you either are given the medication right away because it's an emergency, or you're waiting another you're waiting another 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks to get your genotype test, should they take that route. So in all reality, this was the best case scenario. Some people might have another 2.5 months to go. But I will say this, it depends on where you are in your stage of the virus, and should you be in competent care, if the doctors find that you need medication sooner, they will put you on it. And if they don't, it's time to get a new doctor. So with that said, I always have to say we need the cure, but I'm grateful, I'm excited to be on these meds, I'm excited to do this. It's weird, I'll be honest, I will use that word this time. It's weird to get used to the idea that every morning I have to take medications. One thought that I've had to go through as well is that I need to make sure that I am either here every time the new medications come in, because I can't lapse in treatment. You can, let's put an asterisk next to that. It's not the end of the world if you miss a day. It's not the end of the world if you miss 2 days. But, again, talk to your doctor about that. That's something that I would want. Don't take me. I am just a, as a good friend of mine said, I'm just a suburban doctor, so to speak. Like, I am not certified to give you any professional advice about how you should take your medication. In my opinion, if I was randomly telling this to a stranger, take your medication every day. Don't skip on it, as much as it might suck. If it sucks that much, talk to your doctor about switching to a medication that won't suck. So that's kind of where we're at. And with that being said, what else is on? So it is kind of weird to think that, I have to plan the beginning and the end of my month accordingly. One thing that my doctors, recommended, and I asked, and I think this is something I want to share with you, is make sure you start to build a stash. Maybe if you can get like a month ahead supply with your normal prescription, refill, it's good just to have it on hand if you're traveling. If you're, if there's like a blizzard or a hurricane and the pharmacy's closed for like 3 to 4 days, like those kind of scenarios, it's important to have your medication on the backup, especially if you're something as important as this. This isn't just a vitamin that you can, do whatever. You need to make sure you have this. So, with that being said, tomorrow's a big day, and I'll let you know how it goes. That's going to be fun. That'll be interesting to tell all of you. I mean, it could be fun, or I could be in the bathroom. We'll see. Stay strong.